score a touchdown with the safe. Run up the whole like a running back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety, you boys ain't shake the play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make them throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Let's go.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
At the 29-yard line.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Haskins to throw, and that's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the gun, it's Haskins. He completes this to Sutton. Room here to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Colts 0.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Brissett. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And incomplete. It's 3rd down. And 6 yards.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Brissett. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. It's a big conversion on 3rd for the Colts. 43 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They just get the play off. Now Brissett. This one into the hands of Burton. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Trey Burton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted. On-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
38-yard line.
From the 38, Brissett. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the draw is Taylor. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Watson going to get this one out wide. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Brissett. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Steelers 7. Rodrigo Blankenship.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
McLeod on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Dillon. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Colts 14, Steelers 7.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked by the rookie Julian Blackmon. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
At the 49-yard line.
They go play action with Brissett. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Dillon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A.J. Dillon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game.
Answer is in Deca Manual 40-5.1 under stock management. It'll show you a list of the bigger stock items. Now, your contract monitor or your /QAE can tell you what the contract stops. They have a list.
Down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
And it should be the same for every store, but some, depending on the size of your store, the actual items may vary. That's why I said get with your contract monitor, and they can tell you, because they have to randomly check these items to make sure that they are rotated and so forth.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game.
That's caught at the 25.
Is that how they're going to get rid of the first aid? Now, stop writing
Mecole Hardman, 79 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. They're not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
Well, they
He'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
But if, like I said, if ever in doubt,
from the gun, Haskins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
For the extra point.
So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says
I won't.
You never show them that you're sweating.
But I will.
You've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions.
I just want to tell you I
face
did
up to
it.
his teammates. He's got to own up to that.
They'll ask me, and I'll include you in the email.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it just makes things so much quicker, and especially for the store when they got things going on, they don't have time to wait days for an answer.
Brace up, and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to
my
warm
face
up.
when I said
Take a
that.
tough one for him.
Yes, you can.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out on the field to try to make up for it.
Run an RO off of that team number and put it in a folder. And that way every time when they say it's on 12, you can show them that it's not under that contract.
It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
We'll see if they can do it here.
I have a Netflix contract, and we have...
A first throw now for the backup Roethlisberger. And that is is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On second down now, Dillon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Third down and 11.
On third down, Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it.
How often do you
That one good for
use
14
updated? I
yards
know
and
a
a
lot
steal
of
at
things
first.
came off.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl.
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Eluding the pressure right, and that is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I can't say I go in there every month because I don't.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando.
I
Coach will
used
have
once a
stats
month
and
and have
scores
the
from the early
investing
games
clerks
going on
make sure
here
that nothing
around the
changed.
NFL.
They would,
Now, this
it's
one
just
was
like that
running back
master
out of the
vendor list.
backfield. And the
You
result
can
here, a
just
pickup
well
of 8.
list on
Leaves him with 2 to
your
go on
desktop,
2nd down.
and you go in there to check, and then just save it, then come back out, and that way you know you have the most recent one.
And in this
He
case,
doesn't
that's exactly
change
what
as often
he did.
as
Found his
he
running
used
back,
to.
let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Yeah.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 20.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Hitting Juju on the slant. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
2-yard line.
Now Roethlisberger on first down.
Right.
That is caught
And
inside
also
the
watch those
5.
kids that the one girl was in here.
Inside the
And one thing to
5.
remember also is with
Another
all
first
food
down as
that,
he went right back to
that
the
is the
same well,
one
this time for 17
BCM
yards.
that you can
They
write for
come out
under
with 1 back and 3
$25.
tight ends.
If it doesn't add up, you can still for all food that. And that's in the directive.
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown.
Because normally the limit that has to be $25 or more. But if it's an all food that recall, you just have to make sure that you put the reason code when they list it, because those are 100% buyback.
Makes the score Colts 35. Steelers 29.
Boswell now
Yeah.
kicking away after the
It
touchdown.
came up for inventory. Somebody had a recall, and it was less than $25, and the vendor said they have to pay for it
And he'll be
because it
dropped
wasn't
at the
$25.
21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses them
found
about
it
4
and told them
yards.
that, yeah, you
The
do.
Colts come to the
Tell me
line
that's
ready
it.
to start their next drive.
You see,
And with time
and
quickly
it
fading here in the second quarter,
for
not
that,
sure how
you can write it
aggressively
under
offensively
25
they want to play
because
this.
it's 100%
I think we'll
buyback.
find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The drive starting with a
Alright.
first down, 11
Any more
yards on that
questions?
pickup.
Any more questions for Mary and the swell? Yeah, I'll
Here's
put you
Brissett.
in.
Completes it to Hardman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken.
Yeah.
Perhaps a chance for one more
Yeah,
quick
you have
play and
your-
then another
you have your- that
timeout
one-
if they hurry.
that
We'll
one,
see.
what's that
Back-to-back good
deal
plays have
you
them
do?
on the move on first
That
down.
riddle.
Play fake. Brissett.
Yeah.
complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 28 yards on that one. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
Thank
now
you,
we get a
Barry.
timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
All righty.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. The left hash mark is a 43-yard
Any
attempt.
questions on swell?
Blankenship's kick is good. And that will
You know, we
do
say
it
that
for
when
this
the
first
vendor
half.
comes in and says they don't pay for contract or vendor, it depends on how that product came in. If it came in under promotion or if it's a holiday item, an old item.
Coach.
And that's the part you play. Most of the time I tell the grocery managers that when they're ordering their holiday packages, look for shippers that has old items. Old items is one-time buys instead of K items, making sure that it's not a K item, that's a shelf item. Any questions? No? Okay. I gave you I sent you an email on, let's see if I have it, see if I can show, the one about the skin down, not skin down, the salvage, and I also sent you one to put tomorrow HR, Workforce Development comes in and there's a video, it's a link where she sends you to a video to watch and you guys are going to talk about it. Tomorrow we have EEO and Workforce Development HR.
And a first down.
Right, and I'll send you EEOs in the morning.
Here's Taylor.
Okay.
And some good
That's all I
tackling there as he
got.
stopped up at about
Kathy,
the
I forgot about you. I'll send
the
the test.
tackle, Minka Fitzpatrick.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground.
Say it again.
But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read,
I didn't, but I'll put I'll copy you instead of email to Henrietta.
That one good for 34 first.
Okay, so I'll send a reminder to him.
Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll get into the end zone.
Okay.
Touchdown.
Have make a list of which ones that you're missing that you turned in already, so you can be they can target them and be specific.
And the Colts they add on to their advantage. With extra point right down the
That's
middle.
all I got today.
Is now 24.
Rodrigo
All
Back
right.
to the
You're
touchdown. Here's
welcome.
Blankenship kicking off.
Happy, I'm putting your message.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
they were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go.
Now it's Dillon. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
A.J. Dillon.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And the Colts first down.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
3-yard line.
On second down, it's Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
And it's third down.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's got his man, that's Hardman. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
First down, Colts.
First and 10, Taylor now. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
They run once more with Taylor. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Third down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Play action now. Brissett. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things?
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. 3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 10. Good for a Steeler first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it second and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Roethlisberger. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now third and goal.
Here's Roethlisberger. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Julian Blackmon. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 8-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be a third and about 13. Out of the gun, Brissett. He's got Jack Doyle. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return, Johnson. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers will go on offense here, first and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
At the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Let's go. 36.
They give to Dillon out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a third down at 8.
Third and 8.
They run once more with Dillon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a carry for Dillon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Indianapolis, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got a heart. Had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I? Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eat blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this they new Chanel. Did they split? Did they drill? Champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you could do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this they new Chanel.
Number one victory royale.
Did they split? Did they drill? Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
My friend just got down. I revived him, now we're heading southbound. Now we're in the Pleasant Park streets. Look at the map, go to the mark sheet. Look at it. Number one victory royale, yes.
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Day 6, falling, you let go. But I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal syllables. Yeah, Look at me, out the asylum. Was a fate or mistake, cause the time ain't up. Yeah, the parts of my mind don't get much love. If you want in my head, come and call me up. You look like a twisted Robin Hood. Yeah, you take from the rich and the poor and us. Wearing diamond shoes where you walk your pugs in a town you create where there ain't no love. Where do I go when I'm alone? Not on the phone, when I'm on my own. They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the...
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Arizona Cardinals. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mariota on first down. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get